Okay, so I hope the light is fine. Now this back and forth with fixing the lights and everything camera, it's super annoying. I wish one of you was here to help me out. Look at you guys chilling in your living room or wherever. I'm being presumptuous. I hope you can see my background. If not, too bad, you're lost. Today we're going to talk about AI, because today looks like a day when you would talk about AI. It's gotten so good that they say that you can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake anymore. Like this video. You guys think that it's actually me, and you're right, it is me. I can't be bothered to learn how to create fake AI avatars.
Well, with that kind of attitude, don't be shocked if you're first in line to be swapped out by a robot soon.
Anyway, there's so much content, hundreds and thousands, probably millions of videos and articles talking about how AI will change everything from kids to old people to roads, buildings, cars, clouds, and flowers, leaves. Anyway, there's so much content, I feel like this could be a series, but first let's get this one out of the way. First things first, will you lose your job to AI? If you're thinking about that, chances are you probably will. And it's fine, because it wasn't a good job anyway. They didn't have flexible work arrangements. And you're not feeling very secure in your job as well, right? And what is job security? It's not like they need reasons to let go of people. What about the 300,000 people that they let go in the past year or so in the tech sector? I mean, they weren't all replaced by AI, Tesla robots, or GPT. Probably some of them were, but they just came up with reasons like efficiency or whatever. Like recently, I was reading that Musk is saying that once he's made chief of government efficiency or secretary of department of government efficiency, he's going to make government more efficient, which means that he will also let people go. That I feel like the last bastion of freeloaders is not safe anymore either. Like government service seems like a place where you can stay employed all your life without having to work really hard. And now even that is under threat because of AI, or no, because of Musk, efficiency and all that stuff. And AI is now, of course, coming to the party as well. I think we should just get the hint. They don't want us to work. But talking about freeloaders and inept workers, I mean, AI isn't that cool either. So maybe we should unpack that a little bit. Let me get to that. One of the most interesting things about AI, according to me, Dr. No One, is that it was set up using the free information available on the internet. Like all those articles and fan fiction and pictures and whatever they could get their hands on, they used that to train their models that now come up with content for us. Like all that grammar, that flair, creativity, writing, all that stuff, the AI learned from whatever was already out there. That's such a cool capitalistic thing to do, right? That's such a 21st century Silicon Valley, give us the free data, tech bro kind of thing to do. They just can't get enough of the free data. First, with all that free data, they turned us into phone addicted zombies who have their heads buried into phones all day, and now they want to kind of turn us into dummies who cannot kind of use our brain for anything. I think the next step would be that they would create apps which would just tell us what to do, like laugh, you can laugh now, you can sleep, you can walk. Anyway, back to the freeloading stuff. I feel like that's such a Marxist thing to do. That's such a socialist. I'm just trying to come up with the right humanities term or analogy. That's such a bourgeoisie profiting off of proletariat kind of thing to do. Like previously, all this American wilderness that was available for free, right? You could just walk around, pluck berries, eat all the fruit, jump in a river, do whatever you do with free stuff. But then the cowboys showed up and they were like, no, this place needs order. Let me take all the coal, all the wood, all the cows, and you put them in order. You can still use it, but you'd have to pay me $20 a month, get a subscription. Or if you want to pay annually, you can get a Prime membership and then pay just $95 a year. That's a nice analogy. Maybe we just come up with that cool emoji to show up right now with sunglasses. No, but I mean, that's smart. You hire these people, these super smart Ivy Leaguers, after like hundreds and rounds of screenings and interviews and referrals. You pay them millions of dollars, give them everything in the world, from Disneyland rides to tickets to Jurassic Park to, like, I don't know, meals prepared by Michelin star chefs, ergonomic keyboards. I feel like that's a big attraction. Standing desks, free therapies, free gyms. I mean, you give them everything in the world only for them to earn you money using other people's work. You have to give them credit for that. That's smart. It's like you buy the most expensive football players only for them to kind of divide the crowd into teams and then make them play after they make you buy tickets for you and buy you popcorns. I mean, that's smart. Anyway, maybe that's why the AI isn't too great either. Because it's built off of work of all of us people, people who will eventually get fired for not being too great. And maybe that's their way of going for an upgrade. They want to use the mediocre work to create better work. Anyway, maybe I'm just going too deep into this analogy. But I mean, first, give them credit for coming up with another cool way for and free riding. But at the same time, all this talk of AI being so cool and smart, I mean, it's not that smart either. It lies. Let's talk about that a little bit. With all that aura of being like a computer or whatever it is, and hence smarter and always right, it's often wrong. Both generative and predictive AI. But it says everything with so much confidence that you're like, okay, I have to believe it now. It says everything with confidence of a middle-aged man in a boardroom that you're like, oh, I have no other option, but I need to believe them. I shouldn't trust my own expertise. I shouldn't trust my own knowledge. This man knows all the secrets, knows how everything is done. Like that middle-aged man would be in a room with Meryl Streep and he will tell her how to act, and Meryl Streep will be like, oh man, why are you telling me how I need to do my job? He could be like in a room of doctors and he would be like, I think you need to treat this patient like this. Sometimes these AI tools, they come across like that. They will give so much detailed calculations or descriptions that you'd be like, don't say more. You don't need to say anything more. I understand. I think you're right. But it's often wrong. It's like the election candidates. They'd say something with so much confidence that you'd be like, see, my leader is so right. And then the fact checkers will be like, I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry, sir. That wasn't true. But people will be like, we don't care. They said it, now it's true. So that's some of the, sometimes, like I was reading somewhere a recent report that, not recent, but it came out a few months ago, that they saw that GPT was wrong almost 52% of the times, or it had like misinformation 52% of the times. That's a huge number. I'm sure they must have made it better now, but like it's also this aura of being a technology and it's embedded into our systems. Like they'd made that decision for us that we need to have AI in everything that we use, from office tools to search engines, wherever we go online, even messaging apps, that it's hard to run away from. And then with all that authority of the boardroom guy, you're like, okay, I'm getting this misinformation and there's no escaping it. It's probably right. So let me just go ahead with it. Like, it's not like with WhatsApp forwards or Facebook posts, you had that option, right? Even though, I mean, when you would get a message on WhatsApp, it had shady and lies written all over it, you would still believe it. You'd be like, okay, it says that if you sleep on an empty stomach and then when you wake up and jump twice and then go straight towards the mirror, you'll turn into a unicorn. And you'd be like, okay, that doesn't make sense, but let me still try it out. But then you would not share it with everyone. You'd be like, maybe, let me just test it out a few times. But with GPT or with these platforms, you just buy them. You're like, okay, the computer said it, so it must be true. Like recently there was a lawyer who prepared their case off of one of these tools, and then they went to the court and they were like, That does not make any sense. By the way, if any of these references don't make sense to you guys, feel free to GPT them. No, I'm kidding. Feel free to Google them. Still, you won't be able to escape AI. Anyway, overall, let me recap everything at the end. It's good. Good job to all those people who put it together. It lies. It's built off of free data. Good job on freeloading as well, and it's being improved. So yeah, let's also give them some credit for creating this. There's much more that we want to cover on this topic. So thank you for sticking around. Please tell me what you liked. Only tell me what you liked, and if you really want to share some constructive feedback, just email it to me. It's still early days. We'll get better. Share this video with everyone, and tell me if it made sense. We'll talk soon.